Oklahoma National Guard and 4 years in the United States Marine Corps.
Yes.
If your dad and your grandpa was a Democrat back in the 40s or 50s, my dad probably campaigned for him. He campaigned for Robert S. Kerr. What's the one here in McAllister? Carl Albert. Any Democrat that run for office. My dad went all over Atoka County, Toll County, Pittsburgh County, and the other counties that campaigned for him. Back then, that was the days of men. You know, I don't care if you were a Democrat or a Republican, they loved their country and they honored the people who elected them.
Yeah, that's right.
In the 1950s, they passed the Social Security Act, and I remember Lyndon Johnson and other politicians, they were talking about, all you old people, you remember, they were talking about Social Security has got so much money in it, it will never go broke. Well, the politicians started passing laws and amendments, and now our Social Security is broke.
Yes, it
Our
is.
country is broke.
Yes, it is.
And everything is spin, spin, spin. My dad told he had 7 children. Him and mother raised us to be proud Americans. 5 of them served in the military from the Second World War to the Vietnam conflict. I've got a grandson who fought in the Iraq War. He was one of the first men in the Marine Corps to go into Baghdad. My question is, with the government taking over our health care, just like they have with our schools, you can't pray in school. We can't have the 10 Commandments on our courthouse lawns. And if the government takes over health care, are people going to be able to go to the hospital and pray for their sick relatives and friends?
That's a good question.
He said, if you don't have it, don't spend it. And them other liberals up there that fly all over the country in jets that we pay for and spend our dollars, you tell them, if you don't have it, don't spend it.
Good question, and let me, because I'm trying to get to as many people as we can we limit the questions to 2 minutes so we can kind of go through it? But, number 1, I'm for the 10 Commandments. Number 2, I'm for praying in school. I'm for praying at football games. I'm for praying in hospitals. I'm not for government health care. That's number 1. And I understand your concerns about the spending. I think all of us are. I do want to talk about something, though. I want to say something before we get, because spending will be coming up, I'm sure, again. What we saw in September and October, you all remember when then Senator Obama and Senator McCain were right in the middle of a campaign, and you remember at one point, Senator Obama was pretty far ahead of Senator McCain, and then the Republican convention happened, and then McCain was kind of ahead there for a little while, and they were going back and forth, and then all of a sudden things stopped. And President Bush called both candidates, Democrat and Republican, to the Oval Office. He said, "We are on the cliff. This thing is about to melt down. We've lost 3 of the top 5 banks in the United States have gone down the tubes. We are losing jobs, hundreds of thousands of jobs every month. And we are about to we're at 9.4% unemployment in the country. Let me tell you what, it could have been at 25 or 30% unemployment.
It is in certain areas.
Correct.
What happens if the United States of America goes bankrupt, sir? We already bankrupt.
I want to
If it
point
wasn't
out.
for China, you wouldn't be here today.
There's one thing I do want to point out. There have been 2 presidents to balance the budget, the federal budget, over the last 50 some odd years. John F. Kennedy and Bill Clinton. With a Republican Congress. With a Republican Congress. You're absolutely right. So, let's get to the work of being bipartisan. Okay, yes ma'am.